You know, coral's just weird sack animal bones, right? So this is a bit like a cemetery, I guess. Ugh, you do not want to know what their ghosts look like. Old cheese. I'll leave it at that.
Che mette giù, lo?
Ooh, spooky clifftop estate. What a fine place for a breach. All sorts of ghastly things happened here, I can tell you that. I'd shudder if I had shoulders. I'm kidding, of course. Mortal fear is hilarious.
Rilis the 12th is an embarrassment and an abomination. You did well to destroy him.
Didn't those idiots ever learn how to run properly?
There's a breach here. City's a bit gaudy, eh? At least by mortal standards. Where I come from, this would be a little more than a privy. I'm kidding, of course. Alan Pease, where I come from. More ruins. You know, every stone tells a story. I mean that literally, by the way. That wall over there won't shut up about how much it hates rain. Let's find this bridge and get out of here, eh?
Before you ask...
Здравствуйте.
Welcome back, Initiate. Have you... Well done. Well done indeed. You already seem well versed in the cardinal virtues of our order. Altruism, foresight, precision in both thought and action. You will be a true asset to the order. Of that I am certain. Speak with Josarja. She will want to know that the augur is safe, no doubt. Yes, I know all about its sudden disappearance. You did well in recovering it. I bade her give you something, your first step on the path. She awaits you in the Athenaeum.
Thank goodness you're back. I hope the augur didn't give you too much trouble. I know it can be a handful. Now, the lore master asked me to give you something. The first of many gifts. The most valuable gift. Knowledge. Please, use it carefully. When I learned my first spell, I accidentally... First-rate work in Somerset. Really, first-rate. Unfortunately, we have another problem. Are you ready to set out again? Our seers detected more of these time breaches, this time in the Iliac Bay region, my homeland. The Lore Master and I will keep searching for the cause of the disturbances. In the meantime, we need you to seal them. Yes, take this map of the region, more Psijic seals, and the auger. I hope the breaches haven't grown more powerful. Stay safe, and just make sure Alakir weathers this, all right? I know, I shouldn't... I have to stay detached. Oh, never mind. May the old way guide your steps. The Lore Master was very impressed by... Well, not in the traditional sense. Oh, don't get me wrong, I'm a very proficient mage. That's what caught the Lore Master's eye when he found me in the Alakir. I just struggle with some of the deeper lessons. The philosophy. The Psijic Order isn't just a collection of wizards. It's a world view, you know? A state of mind. It's not enough to be a talented mage. You have to learn to see things in a different way. To cultivate a detached and virtuous perspective. Some days I think I'm making progress. Then other days, days like today, I see how far I have to go. A true Psijic would see all people and regions as equals. But for me, part of me... Yes. I would never admit it to the Lore Master.
not derived from Ayleid. Who... Oh. Don't you know not to interrupt a sage when she's...
Not yet. The Master of the House of Reveries sent me his work. It relates to a similar language seen in the ruins of Ebon Stadmont, but I only understand a little of it. I wish Lathan was still one of us. He was our language expert. Ancient languages and battle magic, to name just a few. Lathan betrayed us, and I don't trust him, but I've reached a dead end. We need help, and he's the best option I can think of. Take the notes and show them to Lathan. What do we have to lose? I'll let the Right Master know what I proposed. He may not like it, but he's always telling us to utilize every available resource. I think this qualifies. You'll find Lathan in Valserin's... I have no idea, but it's worth a try. I know Lathan and I suppose it had something to do with his daughter. Eldaway was a beautiful girl, smart, sweet, and full of energy. She brightened the entire island. When she fell ill, Lathan and Valserin grew apart. It was how they dealt with the tragedy. Don't you think we tried? The Right Master, Valserin, the entire Conclave. But nothing helped. She grew weaker and weaker, and then she was gone. Val threw herself into her work after that. Lathan just grew more distant. Only if you want to guarantee that Lathan refuses to help us. Haven't you seen them since they were reunited? Val wants to kill him, and Lathan hates her with a passion. They used to be so in love. Now it breaks my heart to see them like this.
Interesting. You weren't this attentive when our daughter actually needed you.
Lathan, I need to go check on the knight anyway.
Val, wait. Damn it. By the spinner's holy webs. When did I become an insufferable arse? Valserin didn't deserve that. Eldaway was her daughter too. Why am I talking to you about this? I know it isn't because I like you, because I really don't. Is this some new attempt at interrogation? If so, I'm not familiar with the technique. Very well, I'll play along. Yes, I am a master linguist, specializing in ancient and obscure languages. Why do you ask? Intriguing. I've never seen this dialect before. I can translate it, but I need more to work with. I need to examine the original tablets found at Ebon Stadmont. That will never happen, of course. You do remember I'm a prisoner here, don't you? According to those notes, the writing is carved into a massive stone. I doubt you'd be able to carry it back here. All right, you've piqued my interest. Use this rune when you reach Ebon Stadmont, and I'll be able to see what you see. I don't see how that's relevant to our interactions. Not in the least. Still, my words were spiteful, meant to hurt her. There was no need for me to open old wounds. But why does this concern you? I'm your enemy. Are you too dense to see that? You and Ichesis, always sticking your noses into places they don't belong. I suppose I can appreciate that, but kindness won't help you in the coming war. Very well. I'll tell you this. Val loved our daughter, and our daughter loved Val. Kate, I'm not sure what emotions I feel right now. But when my daughter was dying, when she was crying for her mother's comfort, Val wasn't there. She was buried in her work, too busy or too frightened to spend those final moments with Ildaway. Nothing nefarious, if that's what you're asking. Just enter the forest, find the obscure language, according to the scribblings of this grand Maestro Forte. Spinner's Web, that's a pompous title. The forest is a maze filled with all kinds of beasts and Daedra. As to the reason why, who can say? Sometimes a cursed wood is just a cursed wood.